Heyo, welcome to Omnibros Live. I'm adorable Omnidog 616. We've got the insufferable Omnibus collector, also known as PP Poo Poo Man, and the regularly called Comics Guide, the
Hello.
man who's being denied bread in his own home.
I am not being denied bread. I am choosing to abstain from bread. There is a difference there.
Well, that's correct. You're choosing to abstain. 100%. So you're doing well there, Comics Guide. I'm giving the insufferable one time to finish his Taco Bell or whatever he's eating.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Is it
I'm
Taco
disappointed. Once again, I'm disappointed. Not because he got Taco Bell, but because he could have gotten to Arby's and gotten that big ass sandwich that I sent you a picture of.
That meat monster, or whatever it was.
Yes.
What is that thing
There's
called?
not Arby's near me.
Oh, okay. So I'll let that slide.
Yeah, there's not one near me either.
Oh my God, guys. So that is it. I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is. It's like the meat. I think Meat Monsters.
Meat Mountain.
Meat Mountain. It's basically at Arby's. You can order it, and they put between two pieces of bread every single type of meat that Arby's has into a sandwich.
So it's really seriously like this tall.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me see. Monster Arby's. Meat Monster Arby's.
I can search it and share it, I think.
Go for it.
Okay, wait.
I kind of want to try it, but I know I can't at all because I'll probably end up in the hospital.
Bees. Meat Mountain. It came right up. What is? No, not now. Leave me alone. The Daily Dot Meat Mountain.
Right?
Okay. Oh, Meat Mountain now comes with fish fillet.
Dude, they keep adding stuff to it.
Okay, just a sec. This is hello, Aria. Okay. Arby's Meat Mountain. Okay.
Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that!
NPR even did a thing on it. Cut in half. Look at that thing. Okay, so they added fish to it. Okay, so it looks like there's is that bacon or some kind of spice?
I think there is bacon. Let me see what's in it. Hold on.
Is that okay?
Looks like bacon, roast beef, ham, turkey, pastrami, chicken, American cheese, and maybe pepper jack.
Oh, I bet it's I bet it's delicious, but it would put me into the hospital.
Whoops. Oh, there we go. There it is. Now we get a good shot of it.
What's in it? I can't find it anymore.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I didn't just a sec. Let me go to the better pick of it. Here it is. There's a better pick.
I actually like Arby's.
I can't remember the last time I was there.
They're curly
so
fries.
Far away.
Their curly fries are not bad. And it's certainly better than Wendy's, who apparently Wendy's was experimenting with surge pricing, which they rolled that back really quick.
Who thought that was a good idea, and why do they still have a job?
Oh, I am almost certain somebody's job probably rolled after that stupid decision. Come on, really.
Surge pricing on an optional on something that what do we call that? It's not it's a necessity. Like you can surge price those expensive lanes on the highway. They do that. But I mean, if I've got a wouldn't I just go there earlier to eat if I was going to get charged more?
Well, the thing is, okay, you kind of have to go with Uber Eats or it's either Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub, right? Those are pretty much your big three. Otherwise, you're not going to get a good food delivery service. And the thing is, with Wendy's, I can go get a better burger almost anywhere. It's a of the fast food chains, it's a solid burger.
But you couldn't get a better Frosty. They do. I will stand up for those chocolate Frosties.
I will say, I think Sonic has a better milkshake.
Okay, well, you're not wrong, but Sonic's not near me at all either. I apparently live in a desert of fast food. I don't have Sonic or Arby's near me.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I remember when Tyler was visiting me last summer. I think we went to Sonic like twice, and that guy can put the food away. He had like 3 milkshakes and 2 some other ice cream concoction they had with like frozen, just like a slushy mix. It's like a slushy shake.
That would be like us announcing surge pricing for when we do the IST gift card giveaway, which we should probably consider that, by the way.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
You have freeloaders out there?
Yeah, we should make surge pricing for. That's a great idea.
Yeah, you want a gift card? All right, we're gonna do surge pricing on.
You have to put $1 in the Patreon tip jar. That's right. We should charge admission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like where we're going with this now.
Right.
Yeah, and let me change this to food talk. Speaking of our giving away a gift card, please go to our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get amazing prices. We took a look Monday, and there were books from 30% up to 80% off in the red tag sale area. Don't forget your 2% loyalty discount. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. We give away the aforementioned gift card on the last Monday of every month worth $50, which we are now thinking about charging admission for, thanks to Lou's brilliant idea. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Let's see. Arby's got the best signage, but that is about it. I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's. Best line in TV history. Who said that? That's great. I could eat at Arby's. 00711. The Wendy's near me is literally across the street from McDonald's. Surge pricing is built-in fail.
No, but seriously, I am curious. Why did they think this would work? Honestly, like, did nobody in the office go, "This isn't gonna work"? You're gonna piss people off if you even announce this.
Nobody second guessed it. Nobody questioned it.
The fact that they would be the only chain doing that already spells out that they're going to fail. Whether like AS mentioned, it's something across the street or not. Like, you literally, it's like, hey, it's lunchtime. Do you want to go to Wendy's? It's like twice as expensive right now. Let's just go to any other place that does not do that.
Yeah.
Even if it was the only restaurant in town, don't you think people would game it somehow and say that it did happen? Wouldn't they just go get lunch at 11 a.m. and dinner at 5 p.m. or something?
I'd go to a different place. I would go to a different burger place or something like that, because there are so many other choices, and that's not even including local spots, because most places, they do have a local burger joint. You get a pretty decent burger for a little bit more.
This seems like a strategy to just anger your customers.
Yeah.
Who could actually surge successfully would be Chick-fil-A if they did surge pricing on a Sunday.
That would work. That could actually work. I think the state of New York, I forgot what state it is. They made it mandatory where Chick-fil-A has to open on Sundays. There is one state, I'm pretty sure, where they made it mandatory.
Really?
Hold on. Let me
Okay. Yeah, find that and send me the link, and I'll share it with everybody. This is a hot take. Wendy's fries are now better than McDonald's fries? That's controversial, Derek.
Here we go. There's a new bill that states that would require Chick-fil-A to be open on Sundays because our politicians aren't doing anything fucking better than this shit. So hey,
Where's this?
the bill states that food services located at transportation facilities and rest areas owned and operated by certain public authorities would be open 7 days a week. One of the restaurants impacted will be Chick-fil-A, which is closed on Sunday. That's all I got, Chief.
That's New York State.
A New York State bill, yeah.
Well, I see that as actually fair because those rest stops, Sunday's a big travel day, people going home and stuff.
Yeah.
You'd want everything operating that could be operating.
Mm-hmm.
It'd mean more revenue for the state, convenience for the customer.
Okay.
I agree. It's not arresting Son of Sam during the summer of '77 or whenever, but I do see the reasoning behind that. But I can also see it may be a little bit of, well, I don't know. Maybe they. Okay, no, this is pettiness, right? They're being petty.
I have no clue. The good old boy capitalist in me is like, go for it. Yeah, sure. All right, fine. I love Chick-fil-A. I do enjoy a good Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich with the lemonade that they have there, which has a shit ton of sugar inside that lemonade. But I did not care before I realized, oh, I need to get this shit in check, or I might be up for a liver transplant in about 15 years.
How you have lemonade? I can't. I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a while because I also am on a diet, but I can't resist those shakes with the chunks of fruit in them. Those things are good.
I try to stay away from shakes and stuff like that. It's the grease. Honestly, it's the grease and the fatty stuff because I love a good fatty burger or a good fatty chicken sandwich, dude.
Sure. Well, I'm a milkshake guy.
That is my vice. It has always been my vice. It's my cross to bear.
Oh, quote is from a 90s Simpsons episode. Food talk. I need some lemon pepper wings from Wingstop. I've heard Wingstop has good wings. You're the wing. You guys are more wings experts than I am. Or is Wingstop good?
I like Wingstop. But I'm more of a Buffalo Wild Wings or a Hooters kind of guy. What was the deal with the vigil? That somebody held a candlelit vigil for a Hooters that closed down?
That was it. There was a Hooters that closed down, and it started as a joke, but then people were like, "No, for real, we're sad. Hooters is gone." But I don't fuck with Hooters, dude. Like every time I've gone, I've been very disappointed.
What?
In what?
In the food.
Oh, okay.
You must have a bad Hooters because every time I go to Hooters with my wife, we have a great time.
I went to like 2 or 3 different locations in different cities.
And you've never liked the food?
Yeah.
My wife and I play Is It Real? And we look at all the women that have BBLs and go, that's fake. Or that's fake. Yeah, my wife
okay. That. I have a new respect for your relationship with your wife now.
Oh, dude, she'll call it out before I will. She goes, look at that ass. That thing is terrible.
I thought she was not playing a fair game, torturing you with bread. But now that if you can take her to Hooters and have a game played with her, that's a healthy relationship, I think.
Oh, she's cool with it. Yeah. She's cool with it within reason, obviously, of course.
Well, yeah. You don't get to bring someone home and
no. She looks and goes, yeah, those are fake. Those boobs are fake. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Let's see. Tasty Melon's here. What up, Tasty Melon? I love the roast beef sandwiches. Kenny, this is Dupe from Ecstatics.
Oh, Kenny, you have not read Ecstatics. You should, bud. It's great stuff. It's fun.
It started out as X-Force, and then they changed to Ecstatics, and this is the free comic book day dupe for this year. I think James has probably already put the link for ordering it. It's only like 15 or 18 bucks. Keeps me from having to go to the madness that is free comic book day.
Do you remember the big swerve of that first issue of X-Force where X-Force / Ecstatics, where it's like, all right, we've got this badass team. Oh my God, they've killed every single member on this team.
Yeah.
Everyone is dead. What the fuck? And then the next issue is, all right, marketing says we've got to create a new team, so let's go for it.
Yeah, I read. I think Kristen and I are going to start a read along on Saturday for Ecstatics. And so I read like the first 15 or 20 issues and I love it. But yeah, you're right. It was a swerve. That first thing was a swerve.
I love it's so Ecstatics, guys, is it's a comment. It was a commentary on around when did this come out? 2004, 2005, something like that.
When do you think, Riley?
It was early 2000s. I don't remember exactly what year it was.
Yeah,
right over here.
It was basically a whole giant commentary on celebrity culture and stuff like that, and our obsession with celebrities and everything.
2001.
Yeah,
and it was at the time when when Morrison had come in and restarted. It was around that time when Morrison came in and restarted X-Men as New X-Men, and like all of the books overwent big changes, and X-Force turned into this version of X-Force.
I don't think have I gotten to. Oh, I'm a little further than I thought. Good Omens 5. Let's see. I'm an Ecstatics 5.
This book was a discount book for about a year. It was sitting everywhere.
I think longer than that. This book sat around forever.
I think you can get it at one point for about $15. The Omnibus. And now it's massively out of print.
Oh, this was 125. Okay, that makes sense.
It was a day one buy for me. I jumped on that one so fast, and I read it like immediately when I got it.
It's really good.
I
really dig it.
I think there's 2 issues in there that are even drawn by Darwin Cook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his name's on the front. I just saw a Paul Pope issue. I think that's what this is definitely Paul Pope. Yeah. That's cool. That's a bonus.
I remember reading that when geez, must have been 2010 whenever the first Omnibus came out, the first printing, long time ago, and just falling in love with it instantly.
Let's see. First printing 2011, and it sat everywhere till 2019 when it sold out.
Yeah,
but it's really maybe it's one of those books. Just because it's out of print, people want, but maybe they'll be happily surprised when they actually read it and they get it.
Are we getting a reprint?
I don't know. I believe it finished 21st in the Marvel poll over on Very Fine Condition.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think they genuinely listen to. They pay attention to that poll. I'm pretty sure. So. I don't know. Maybe they only look at the top 20.
Where did Inhumans land?
Like not in the top 100.
Ooh.
I didn't want to say that too loud in case Gio's watching.
Really?
The reprint poll or just the Marvel poll?
Okay. Ecstatics was in the reprint poll.
Okay.
So Inhumans would be a new omnibus. So I actually don't know that fact. Oh well, I feel like it didn't crack the top 100 of books people were asking for an Omni for.
That really surprises me.
For Inhumans?
Yeah, it surprises me that there's no outcry for. Let me see. I'm just gonna do some stuff on my side. Y'all can continue.
Well, I mean, they're mutants now anyway, so it doesn't count. Right?
No, they're dead now.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
What? Wait, what?
They're dead? When did they? What?
The whole Death of the Inhumans miniseries from several years ago.
Have
Oh,
they been
yeah,
dead
that
since
one.
then?
Yeah, they're gone. I think maybe like the royal family is there.
Here it is. Free comment. Thank you, James. When did I say that? Yeah, no, he put it up before I was finished speaking, I think. So
And
if you want to, this is where you need to go.
The 2023 Tiger Eyes Most Wanted Marvel Omnibus annual secret ballot results. Inhumans did not make it into the top 60 most wanted.
I mean, I'm not just trying to lather up Geo, but I really like. There's a lot of good Inhuman stories. I mean, I'm surprised that people don't want an Omni of at least the Jenkins and the stuff that followed around there.
Mm-hmm.
That Karnak book was a good book. The Black Bolt book was a good book, and now that's out of print. That oversized hardcover.
Yeah, I'm looking at what made it onto the map or onto the thing. Darkhawk Omnibus made it on there.
Oh God! What? Oh, don't tell Geo that. That upsets me.
Really, a Darkhawk omnibus? The Darkhawk.
Yeah, I'm going through right now and seeing what's on there. Rom was on there. Indiana Jones. That one I'm surprised still hasn't happened.
Wow.
I think people do want that one. I've heard that.
Yeah, and it's literally like just enough material to fit into a nice omnibus, because it's let's see, our good friend Peter has mapped everything out. That's where I'm reading it, is on Crushing Crisis. Raiders of the Lost Ark 1 through 3, Further Adventures of Indiana Jones 1 through 34, Temple of Doom 1 through 3, and Last Crusade 1 through 4.
That's enough.
It is a perfect amount for a good-sized omnibus, and I'm so surprised that they didn't do it like in all of the years since Disney acquired Marvel, that hasn't happened, or since Disney, Marvel, Fox, all of those shit, all that shit happened. I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet. Okay, what else is weird on this list? Like a lot of this makes sense. It's like the big characters and the big runs that have not been fully collected. A lot of stuff that's already happened or already been announced, like Road to Onslaught.
I know those trades are out of print.
Okay. Stop lying to yourselves. Who out there really wanted a Darkhawk omnibus?
I thought you were going to say who wanted Road to Onslaught, and I was like, dude, me.
Oh, no. I get Road to Onslaught because you X-Men guys will buy up anything that they put in that tray. No. But who really wanted a Darkhawk omnibus? I mean,
I don't know. And it's literally the one book that stands out on this list like a sore motherfucking thumb. Like, it does not, like, everything else on here makes sense. Number 1, Daredevil by Ann Nocenti. Number 2, X-Men Legacy, Mike Carey. Number 3, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, which we're getting. Like, all of these books make sense. Every single book on this list makes sense. And then there's Darkhawk at 51. It's not even the last book on the list. We have 60 of them on here. After Darkhawk is other stuff that makes sense, like Daredevil Volume 3, X-Men by Matt Fraction, X-Men by Brian Bendis, Hulk Volume 3, Spectacular Spider-Man 2, Eternals by Kieran Gillen, Poe Dameron by Charles Soule, Spider-Man Big Time by Dan Slott, Doom 2099, New X-Men Academy X. Like, all of those make sense, and they were after Darkhawk on this list.
I really want Doom 2099. I've heard it's great.
Yeah, that's Warren Ellis.
Yes, he did 24 to 39. of the 44 issue series. So, and I think his material is the only part that's ever been reprinted. But
I've never read it.
they've got Spider-Man 2099, X-Men 2099 is happening, and I think there's at least one other 29. I think did they do a Ghost Rider 2099 omnibus got announced? But they're doing more 2099 omnis is the point. So
Yeah.
that might happen eventually.
I'm kind of surprised it's taking them this long. That 2099 stuff sells, man. It's always been really popular with fans.
Yeah, Ghost Rider 2099 omnibus is coming like later this year. And if they're doing that 25 issue series by fucking Len Kaminsky,
I tried reading that X-Men 2099 stuff, and I did not care for it.
Why? How many people? I want to know the number of votes for Darkhawk. That's what I want to know at this point.
I feel like that's a joke vote, right? Like that's just like, yeah, let's throw a Darkhawk omnibus in there. It'll never get printed.
That's the character that kicked me right out of the War of Kings fiveology.
Because he's lame.
We're gonna have to let me read what Peter said here, because we're gonna have to have words with our friend in New Zealand. He said, "This would be my number one must buy from these poll results because it's a one and done volume that collects a ton of issues which have never been collected before from this 90s series that felt like part Spider-Man, part Ultraman."
This is Peter talking about Darkhawk?
Yeah.
You need to make better choices in life.
Oh my God. Are you going to be on the preview show tomorrow? Jump in and we can whip him up in that.
I was thinking about it, and now I'm thinking about it even harder.
We need a coordinated takedown of that young man. What? Darkhawk?
Peter, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Come on.
Anyway.
All 12 of you will buy that omnibus.
Peter's going to buy one, and then the rest of the 2,000 copies that get printed are all going to be sitting at IST, CGN, and the other place warehouse. Yeah, for a year, and then Cameron's going to put it down to 80% off, and then they're not going to sell, and then they're going to send them all to Ollie's, and they're not going to sell, and they're going to send them to a landfill. And someone's going to find them like that ET game on the Atari.
It's getting the ET treatment.
They're gonna find a landfill full of Darkhawk omnibus.
Darkhawk.
I love the fact that they made an actual documentary on finding that landfill, and they found it.
Yeah,
they actually found the landfill.
That's right. Yeah, landfilled. You know what, AS? It made me despair so much that I just lost interest in the whole Cosmic Saga. It made me quit Marvel Cosmic in general. I got rid of all my Marvel Cosmic except for stuff like, Silver Surfer and maybe what other? Yeah, no, it made me bummed out. I just Thanos, I lost interest in. Nova, Kree, Skrull, anything. I lost interest. It just killed me. It killed my interest in Marvel Cosmic.
I'm surprised that Darkhawk made it on the list. Not just am I surprised that out of all of the things on there, Darkhawk was on there, but not the Inhumans. I'm surprised that Darkhawk is on there, and there weren't more series like that, like Sleepwalker, because there are so many like 90s titles like that have never been collected before that I think would be really interesting to get omnibus editions. And now I'm going to go to bat for some of these things, because we're getting stuff like Dazzler is getting an omnibus. Like I don't think there's any reason for us to not get something like Sleepwalker, but it blows my mind that Darkhawk is the only book like that wound up on this list.
let's see.
Boom.
Omar
Yes.
recently intimated that there will likely be a Quasar Volume 1 in 2025. Omar said it was among 4,000 plus votes. Oh, in the reprint poll. That must be something for maybe Devil Dinosaur. I don't know.
Is it 4,000 for Darkhawk?
No, among
count.
Darkhawk, I think this is a reprint, so that may be referring to Ecstatics.
I was gonna say I demand a recount. This thing is rigged.
Yeah, no way. Darkhawk's never been printed, so that's why I kept getting reprint mixed up with we want an Omni of this.
Darkhawk will be an Ollie special shelf warmer.
Yeah, I'm surprised after Riley said all that about Indiana Jones. People have been asking for that too. We almost have enough material for a modern Darkhawk omnibus since they keep giving him minis. Sit with that for a bit. Freddie, come on, man.
Big sell. I bet you Darkhawk could be a big seller. Watch.
You think so?
Strike,
Oh, yeah,
Force
watch.
Works, Fantastic Force. Quasar is a solid series. That was Mark Grunwald. Oh, no, in general, 4,000 people voted.
Oh,
That's a lot of people.
That's a good turnout for the
That
for
is.
the books.
So
Yeah,
that
the last poll that I did was for Dark Horse hardcover manga, and I got like 300 votes, and that felt like a lot to me. So 4,000 votes, that's a lot.
when you used to do the DC poll, how many votes would you get generally?
Oh, I don't know. I think I did it once, maybe twice, and I don't.
Oh,
remember
okay.
what I did. I just it was a lot to try and put together, and so I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Rick Nelson and I have been talking about it for about 2 years, and neither one of us have really done anything about it. He may have forgotten.
Well, you should just do it.
Josh, you all didn't want Fourth World. Now you get Darkhawk. Wow, that's a monkey's paw, huh?
Yeah.
Who said we didn't want Fourth World? There's been plenty of Fourth World put out.
This was this was the DC Evergreen list from 2 weeks ago that Josh is still salty about, and probably Taylor Talks Comics still.
Wait, what happened on that poll? I'm so out of the loop with this.
There was the Fourth World Omni. We picked like 10. We each had 3 choices, and one of Taylor Talks Comics was Fourth World, by Jack Kirby from DC. And it didn't make it into the top 10, and Taylor was, I think, legit outraged that it didn't make it in there. And
I don't. It makes sense to me that it's not going to make the top 10 list.
It just wasn't my top 10 things that should be evergreen. You can watch that. We don't need to rehash that here, although it seems like Josh wants to.
I'm on your side, Jess. I don't think that's an evergreen book.
You don't think it'll sell if they did it?
It's not that I don't think it's sold. I mean, it's sold before. I just don't think it's going to continue, especially the Omnibus. I don't think it'll be a continual thing, because when you think about it, the Fourth World is not as connected to the DC universe as you would expect. It's very on the fringe.
Yeah.
Especially the Jack Kirby stuff. It could be a little thick to get through. But again, outside of Dark Side, there's very little of that stuff that's within like the veins of the DC universe.
Yeah. We got Mr. Miracle from that series though, right? That was where he first popped
That's where
out.
he was. Yeah.
He's got a little bit more relevance today, thanks to Tom King. But yeah,
It's all very D-list characters.
Yeah.
Like, who knows about Light Ray and Pole Bear and all those characters, right?
Forever People.
Yeah, the High Father,
James Gunn does a Light Ray movie, I'm there opening night.
I equate Fourth World with like Legion of Superheroes, where it's just very niche. I think.
Whoa, whoa.
He struck a nerve there.
Calm down now.
Matter Eater lad.
Let's not go.
Saturn Girl. Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. I think we can make a case that Matter Eater Lad is more well known than Pharaoh Lad, right? Can we make that case?
Because of the one mention in
Get the hell out of here! What is wrong with you?
the one mention of a Matt Eater lad eating the Dominoes in Peacemaker.
Yeah, I think that's what puts him over Pharaoh Lad.
Well, the fact that James Gunn is aware of him, yeah, and like has read him and is familiar with him.
Now, if anybody ever mentions, I would love if somebody goes, "Hey, James, you ever thought about using Pharaoh Lad?" And if he goes, "Who?" That's how you know that is an obscure character. If James Gunn doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, he seems like a fanboy when it comes to DC history.
I think the only person who knows about Pharaoh Lad is Jim Shooter.
that might be accurate.
Well, that's why I had him sign my Pharaoh Lad comic at Heroes Con.
Did he say anything when you brought it to him? He's like, "Wow, you actually own this?"
He said I was 13 when I wrote this.
Oh, wow. Really? Cool.
Yeah, it was hard to pry information out of him. Larry saw him at Lexington, Larry's library, and apparently had a good conversation with him. I took 2 books for him to sign. One of them was Legion of Superheroes 3, I think, because it had Pharaoh Lad in it. And then the other one is the Ghost of Pharaoh Lad Silver Age comic that I have. And I had all these ideas that I thought, I was thinking of when I went up to him. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell him we should do a video right now and tell Very Fine Condition how important Pharaoh Lad is and this and that." And he was not interested in any of my bullshit, man. He just wanted my $20 a signature and see you later, nerd. So
he did a signing at Torpedo, and he was awesome. It was great to have him around.
Yeah. Man, Jim Shooter is somebody that I would love to have a drink with and just hear all the stories that he had from his time when he was EIC and I would love to hear that stuff.
All you gotta do is go to like his table at a convention, because he has, or at least he does, like when he went to Torpedo, he brings basically his entire career with him in like a folder where it's like, here's this memo I got from Stan Lee saying, why is all the women so ugly on this X-Men cover? Let's find somebody who knows how to draw women like good looking. And it's all, and he'll just flip through this huge binder, and it's all these like memos and notes, and like his whole career and stuff is on there.
Man, that's crazy, because we're starting to lose a lot of our legends, right? They're starting to get up there in age and everything like that. Somebody like Jim Shooter, I would kill to have. You probably would tell me to piss off, but I would kill to have like a 2 to 3 hour interview on a podcast.
He didn't give me 2 to 3 minutes, and I was alone at the table.
I would kill to get a 2 to 3 hour interview of him just talking about the history of his time there and stuff like that. Because he's got to have some amazing stories, like Gabe was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he started writing, like he said, for DC when he was 13, and then he did Valiant in the 90s. Those Valiant books were really good that he was a part of. Like, those were legit the best books on the market when he was writing them.
He can arguably be like the best editor-in-chief that Marvel Comics ever had.
Yeah.
Maybe next to Stan Lee, but for the things that he actually did in terms of like creator rights and royalties and getting them their art back and things like that, that was all Jim Shooter.
Yeah.
The whole idea of like every comic book is somebody's first comic book, so you need to write it in a manner where anybody can understand it. First 7 pages is this, the next 7 pages is that, and then the next 7 pages is this. So trying to develop that Marvel template.
I think we can all agree the best editor-in-chief has been Akira Yoshida. He's really set the tone for everything at Marvel. I'm sorry. I would never let that.
Was that guy's fake name?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Stevie Sobolski's fake name, and he was writing like manga for Marvel.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. If I ever see him and I bring a book up to him, I'll be like, no. Sign it with the fake name.
Maybe he came up with the surge price thinking at
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Oh my
Surge
god.
pricing for comics.
Man.
It's more expensive buying it on a Wednesday.
Well, I mean, that's comic shops do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Tell you that much.
Wasn't there a point? This was a few years ago. I don't know if he still does it. Where Steranko would go on these massive, huge Twitter rants and tell these crazy ass stories on Twitter.
Yeah, he used to tell stories about how he punched out what's his face, Bob Kane.
Oh, he did?
That's what he says.
Wasn't Bob Kane like an old guy at that point?
They're both old guys.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Was it Bob Kane that was the asshole, or was it?
Yeah.
It was Bob Kane, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that doc.
Yeah. You ever want to be really pissed off? Watch that documentary on Hulu, the Bill Finger documentary. Bob Kane was a dick.
Yeah.
But Finger gets complete credit now.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
So best and worst of everything. Best and worst Marvel editors.
Who's the worst editor? I don't even know what would qualify making somebody worst.
I would say that period in the mid '90s where it was 5 editor-in-chiefs at once. Where it was like a group editor thing.
Was it that bad at that point?
Well, that's when everything just didn't make sense because nothing was concise. Nothing was really put together. It was all like, I'm an editor-in-chief. No, I'm editor-in-chief. So it was like 5 editor-in-chiefs that kind of battling out. That was like right after Tom DeFalco left, after the Image guys left, and before Bob Harris was editor-in-chief.
Worst of, best of. All right. So we've played this game before. I've got a few categories here. Some of them comics, some of them wild cards, some of them whatever floats our boat.
Fun.
The first one that I'm going to go with, I'm going to keep it comic related since that's kind of what we're on right now. The best last issue to a comic book that you've ever read.
Best last issue.
I've got one. It could also be manga. We've got the manga guy here.
Off the top of my head, just because it's just the one that really kind of stands out as a favorite, is Peter David's first volume of Captain Marvel, the Genis Vell series.
Okay.
Just because that last issue, really not much going on, but it's structured and written to be like it's the end of a sitcom where they're tearing down the sets and they're moving the lights and packing everything up and moving out.
That's cool. I've never read that, but that sounds really cool.
I'll say the last issue of Darkhawk because that meant it was over.
It's a pricey book at one point.
Darkhawk 1?
The last issue.
Oh, the last issue.
Not the last issue per se, but like the final issue of the second to last arc on Scalped. Where like basically that the climax happens and then the last 5 or so issues were all just like coming down from the climax.
Okay.
But the climax issue was incredible. And I probably could come up with a bunch of answers for manga, but I'll go easy on myself and just say Slam Dunk.
Good choice. Last issue for me of Preacher. I think it just sums up that book so beautifully well, and the friendship between Cassidy and Jesse and what happens with the Saint of Killers and how that plays out and everything. And just Cassidy getting his second chance. Man, I love that book. I love the ending of Preacher.
I haven't read Preacher since. I mean, I have it, but I haven't read it since it was in floppies. So, I think since we just read it last summer with Scalped, I feel like Riley's right. That thing really ended amazingly. Although I'm going to change my answer and say irredeemable, because that last issue just absolutely stuck the landing perfectly and brilliantly. I loved that ending. Mark Waid utterly nailed it. So there
How
we go.
dare you? How dare you
Sorry.
disagree with me?
I agree with you, and then I'm adding my own addition in there. So we're both right.
The ending of One Piece, Riley, in the next 15 years, whenever that's.
I'm I'm hopeful. I'm pretty positive he's gonna stick the landing on that one. It just, I have not been disappointed with any part of the series since I started reading it like 20 years ago. So
I'm surprised Gabe hasn't said this. The ending of Transmet. That's a pretty iconic final panel.
Yeah, no, it is. It's absolutely great for sure. I mean, I love Transmet. I just when I first saw this issue, I thought of was that Captain Marvel one, just because it was so cool.
I love the ending. I love that final panel. Him twirling the gun and just walking. Oh my god, that's a.
Well, he pulls the trigger and it's like a lighter or something.
Yeah.
The same as what I said for Scout, but for the Sandman, the climax of the Kindly Ones was one of the most emotional issues that I read, and it's like the double page spread. Kind of, there's the touch that happens, kind of like the creation of man, or whatever. And that, like, when I read that, I closed the book, put it down, like walked away, like cried a little bit, had to come back to it several hours later, and then I read the final volume, which pulls you down from that moment.
Sandman is impressive in the sense that it's a whole bunch of stories that seemingly are not interconnected at all, and then he brings it all in that last volume, where it's like, wow, that is genuinely impressive how much you tied everything into this last volume.
These are the viewer choices. Editing. Good to see Super Laugh Hard here. Transmet. Why the Last Man?
Oh, the ending of Why. I'm just remembering it now. Oh, the ending of Why. I'm just remembering it now.
Hey, Bob, tell me what you think of Savage Dragon.
Ampersand, the whole when he gives him the grape at the ending of Why the Last Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's see what else people are choosing. One Piece.
Who the hell is Luffy?
I think did I say Luffy or did I say Luffy? Wait, that is here somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
You learned today.
There's a great Netflix series, Jess. If you ever want to dive into the world of One Piece.
That's the live action one.
I hear it's good.
Yeah.
I agree with this about All Red Silver Surfer ending. Yeah, Slot and All Red Silver Surfing, that was good. I'd love to. I have no problem watching One Piece live action. It sounds fun.
Okay, let's move on. What is the greatest animated movie?
I'll say it before anybody else says it. Mask of the Phantasm.
That's a good choice. I'm gonna go with Iron Giant.
Ooh.
Cowboy Bebop, the movie.
Nerd.
Wow, you had it right there.
Good choice.
That's why I grabbed it, because it was sitting right here. We were about to watch it, or we're going to watch it.
Has this person seen the rest of Cowboy Bebop?
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna say Akira, as Super Laugh Hard just said. I definitely was not gonna say Pete's Dragon, though. Being someone who
It's only half animated, that doesn't really quite count.
Also, being someone that watched literally every Disney theatrical release, that was one of the few that I was so like bored in. I wanted to give up on not just that project, but on my life itself.
Whoa.
Wow.
Toy Story 2?
Good choice.
Toy Story 3.
This is a good choice here too.
It's better than one.
It is better than one.
Marginally. But yeah.
But it's a toss up though, because Toy Story 3.
Yeah,
God, Toy Story 3 is such a fucking great ending to that series.
that whole thing.
No, but then we got Toy Story 4.
What now?
But then we got Toy Story 4.
No, they never did a fourth one.
They never
Oh,
did.
yeah.
They did those little shorts and stuff, like the Toy Story
Where they
Beyond.
get stuck at the hotel.
Yeah, they did those, but they never did a fourth one.
No.
They never introduced Sporky.
They're definitely never doing a fifth one either.
No, they're not. Stop mining Toy Story. It's done. It was a beautiful 3 was a beautiful send off. You have Andy giving the toys to a new girl, and she's gonna grow up, and it's such a wonderful send off. And then they come back and go, "Well, we've got another kind of story to tell about Woody." What? And Bo, oh my god, I hate Toy Story 4.
And then we're gonna make Buzz Lightyear a complete asshole idiot
Again. Yeah, because that was the whole thing of the first one, right? But Buzz,
well, he wasn't. He was just fish out of water. Like he wasn't. He just his world is a lot smaller. But in 4, they just made him a complete idiot. And then Woody would never leave his kid.
Yeah.
Woody had a child?
Well, the kid that owns him.
Did he get pregnant?
Oh,
Where he knocked up Bo Peep and all her sheep.
He's into bestiality?
Come on, get in where you can.
He put that Woody in all of those sheep.
He put a Woody in all that.
This is going.
Talk about sheepskin condoms.
Fox's dub of My Neighbor Totoro. Totoro, Totoro.
You gotta find better gifts.
But it's a toss up, right? Between 2 and 3. Toy Story 1.
On Toy Story?
Yeah.
I love 2. I love 2.
What's the I think 2 is that where Jesse gets
Yes.
introduced?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one with the crazy toy collector that finds him at the yard sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one where Jesse gets dumped in a box on the side of the road,
And you get that whole, I think it's like 2-minute story of hers
with the song going and
Yes.
stuff. I wept openly in the theater at that.
Yes.
I also wept in 3, but I mean I specifically remember weeping at 2.
3 is brilliant in the sense that I'm in the theater going, man, are these toys really about to be burned alive in front of the whole audience? Man,
It's still nothing compared to like the first 10 minutes of Up.
Oh,
If you want to talk about water,
yeah, I wept at that too. Right.
but the thing, Toy Story 3 is a prison escape movie. When you look at it, it's all about them breaking out of the daycare that they're trapped in. It's a prison break movie.
I never thought of it like that.
It is. It's a prison break movie. It's all of them trying to break out of the prison that they're in. But they've never advertised it. You didn't know what it was until you went into there. Toy Story 4 is the less that's said about Toy Story 4, the better.
I never saw it because you guys made it toxic for me. I decided never to see it. How long ago did that come out?
Too long, not long enough.
5 years ago?
I hated Forky. I still hate Forky.
I'm trash. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this movie. Kelly used to love watching this movie, Fern Gully.
Oh yeah, Fern Gully.
Pixar are emotional nightmares, except for Geo and Coco.
Movie.
What's that?
The Goofy movie.
With Powerline.
With Powerline, yeah.
God, Goofy movie. You know, you can only get the Blu-ray through that Disney Movie Club shit, and now they're closing it down.
I think I have it. Well, Sony's, I don't know, but Sony's taking over all of Disney's media stuff, right?
The distribution of it. We'll see how that plays out. I'm hoping with Sony taking over, we could get some stuff that has been in the Fox catalog that they have not put out for whatever reason.
Maybe we'll get Songs of the South.
No, that'll never come out.
I loved Inside Out. I think that's my favorite Pixar movie. Inside Out was so great.
The second one looks like it's going to be amazing when they introduce anxiety.
Yeah.
I hope that Sony will just re-release 28 Days Later.
They have the rights to it now. They can do it.
My only hope.
Yeah.
I swear I had that movie at one point on Blu-ray. I'm going to go dig in the garage for it or something.
Oh, is this massively out of print or something?
Okay,
it's expensive too. It's like $100 or something.
Here's the thing with 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is super out of print. It's super hard to get. And there was a Blu-ray, but again, it's out of print. And the rights expired, I think it was Disney that had the distribution rights for it or whatever it was. And because of that, it has made prices shoot up for the Blu-ray and the DVD because it's not even on streaming. You cannot get it anywhere.
Oh.
Other than the secondhand market. But Sony has the rights for it now. So everybody's hoping that now that Sony has the rights, we'll eventually get a 4K disc for it. But the thing is, 28 Days Later was never a beautiful looking movie. It's shot really ugly, but it's supposed to be ugly. It's supposed to look the way it looks, and that kind of lends to it. So I'm just hoping we get a decent disc out of it. I know, unfortunately, Disney still owns 28 Weeks Later, which is a really solid movie. But with them finally saying, "Hey, we're coming back and we're doing 28 years later or 28 months later or whatever," I'm hoping that we'll get a 28 Days Later disc.
Oh wow.
I'm almost positive I know I had it at one point. I don't know if I might have traded it in or what, but
I know I had a copy too, and literally I was told that it was impossible to find, went over to my shelf, and I was like, 22 Jump Street, where's 28 Days Later? What the fuck? And it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's become massively out of print, and it's become a collector's item, kind of like Dogma. Dogma's out of print as well. You can't stream Dogma. And the only way I don't even think Dogma's on Blu-ray. I think there's only a DVD copy of it.
It is on Blu-ray. I have it on Blu-ray. That's the one that's out of print.
Okay. It is on Blu-ray. Okay.
Well, it was at one point. I don't know if it is anymore, but yeah.
I had it on DVD back in the day, but I sold all of my DVDs and moved over to Blu-ray a while ago, like a decade ago or something.
I love Dogma. I think that's a fun movie. I would love to own it. I'm not sure what the deal is with the rights involving Dogma, but I think that's a fun movie. Yeah, it's a shame. It's because 28 Days Later, man, was such an influential movie. Just from the very opening of it, where you see Cillian, is it Killian or Cillian? I never know how to pronounce that.
I think Killian.
Killian, where you see Cillian Murphy wake up in the hospital. I don't give a shit what Kirkman says. He stole that opening from.
He totally did.
I don't give a fuck what he says. Come on, man. It's okay.
That was straight out of it.
Yeah.
And I only saw the first season of Walking Dead, but as soon as I saw that, I said, this is exactly like the opening of 28 Days Later.
Yeah. But it's such a great, moody, weirdly kind of existential towards the end because it gets really surreal when you get to the end of the movie. Man, 28. Oh God, it's such a great.
My wife hates it because she hates zombies that run. It freaks her out.
Oh man, they ran fast.
Yeah.
They came tearing after you in that.
I want to say I don't think that was the first movie that did the running zombie. Is it?
No, that was Dawn of the Dead. I think.
Did Dawn of the Dead do the running zombie?
I want to say so. I know they did a baby zombie.
Yeah, they do a baby zombie.
I just remember that part in 28 Days Later where the blood drips and hits that guy in the eye.
Ooh. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. I'm gonna say something controversial. I think the remake of Dawn of the Dead is better than the original. I like it more.
That was written by James Gunn.
I was written and directed by Zack Snyder. I still think it's Zack Snyder's best movie. That opening to Dawn of the Dead with the little girl when she walks into the bedroom with the parents still asleep in the bed, amazing. I love it. It's so good.
I don't think I've seen it.
You never saw? Oh man, the remake of Dawn of the Dead is great.
The
You
best
dig
part of that movie is at the end when they play the Richard Cheese version of Down with the Sickness.
Richard Cheese.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Come on, get down with the sickness. It's the best part of the movie.
All right. Next one. Shoot.
Oh, here's this about Dogma. Harvey Weinstein owns Dogma, not Miramax, not Disney. That's the problem. Kevin Smith has talked about it.
Wow.
So if we kill him, what happens?
I'm not sure how that works. I don't think the copyright law works like that.
So you're saying we should not kill him yet?
Is he still in jail?
Yeah. Is he? I think he is still in jail, isn't he?
Yeah. I think Bill Cosby's out, but I think Weinstein's in.
Yeah, Weinstein deserves it.
It sounds like you're talking about like trending fashion. Cosby is
out,
Weinstein in.
Trending.
I believe that person's still wearing Cosby's. Years ago.
Oh, 2021.
What is the best science fiction comic or manga?
Science fiction.
Battle Angel Alita.
Oh,
Good
okay.
one.
I did buy that movie for $5 at your suggestion, Lou. Or maybe it was Geo's. Maybe both you and Geo.
That's a fun
And
movie.
Omar. All of you said to buy it. Best sci-fi comic?
Yes, sir.
It by Brandon Graham.
That is good.
Ooh, that is really good.
Which one?
Prophet by Brandon Graham.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, that is good. Science fiction. It's all science fiction.
Science fiction.
Science fact.
For me, it's Fear Agent.
Okay. Fear Agent is great.
That ending of Fear Agent gets me every time.
I'm just going to have to go with Hard Boiled. I mean, we talked about it last week when we were talking about other books.
Mm-hmm.
But just that artwork and just the whole sci-fi idea of a robotic tax adjuster coming after you.
Tough one. Tough one.
Science fiction. I don't know that I have a lot of science.
Would you count Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run as science fiction?
No, that's superheroes.
That's more in the superhero camp?
No. Yeah. You yanked it away from me just when I thought I had it.
I mean, do you have to separate the two? Because it has fictional science in it.
I think I'm with Gabe on this one, though. I think I'd lean more towards it being a superhero book than anything else.
Yeah. So it's more to deal. Well, is it more to deal with space? Science fiction seems like it's always about outer space.
No, I mean it could be like
robots,
cyberpunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Biopunk.
Maybe Lady Mechanica.
Okay.
I do love Lady Mechanica.
It was right under your nose the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sure. Lady Mechanica.
For the world.
That is true, Super Laugh Hard. But I would say actually even Judge Anderson I like even better. I don't at me, as the young people say.
The Dread 3D movie. I had a crush on that Agent Anderson girl.
Was that the Carl Urban one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
that movie's so underrated, dude. That movie's fantastic.
I
Absolutely.
think that's one that you guys made me watch, and I was really happy about it.
Oh, it's great.
Let's
He just gives that guy the slow-mo and throws him off the edge of like 50-story like apartment building.
What was the
Yes.
Punisher movie you guys had me watch?
Punisher Warzone.
Punisher Warzone, Sex Drive,
He
Grandma's
punches
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's
Did you
boy.
watch Sex
You gotta
Drive?
do the director's cut of Sex Drive now, Jess.
Oh, that's right.
my
The
God.
Dread movie. Those are 4 that you had me watch. What's another one? I feel like there've been a few movie.
You
I
gotta
think
watch
maybe-
Basketball,
Baseball.
I haven't seen that one.
Super Troopers.
I recently watched a lot of Broken Lizard stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was I don't regret a moment of that.
What's Broken Lizard stuff?
They did Super Troopers.
It's kind
Are
of
those the puppets?
it's kind of like National Lampoons.
Yeah, they're a group like it's a comedy troupe that
Oh.
makes like movies and stuff.
Because the Super Troopers is fantastic. Beer Fest is great.
Beer Festival is good.
But the one where they're like at like that resort was kind of whatever. And I don't remember Super Troopers 2 if I like that or not. I don't know what else they did.
It's not officially Broken Lizard, but 2 of the guys have a show that's on you can watch on Netflix, Tacoma FD. That one's pretty fun. It has the guy that Farva or whatever is playing the fire department captain.
My next one is, what is the worst car you've ever owned?
Fucking Ford Fiesta, and I had 2 of them.
That rolled right off your tongue, man.
Whoa!
There was some pain and anger there with that one.
And I was literally just talking about it the other day, like how terrible that car was, and I had 2 because there's a reason why
What?
it is the cheapest car you could get.
What? Wait, hold on. So the first one was horrible. So you doubled down and said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with the second one.
The first one was fine, and then it was like both of the first and second one at the same time. Like they had the same issues happen at the same time, even though I had the first one for years. And then all of a sudden both of them were having the same exact issues, and it was like constant. And it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And eventually, like, luckily I got rid of one of them and traded up for the car I have now. And the second one, we just didn't need 2 cars. So I got rid of the second one too.
Damn. Okay. Wow, some heat coming from that Ford Fiesta.
But that car.
What you're saying is you're never buying another Ford Fiesta again.
No, I'm never buying a Ford anything again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're trying to edit.
What are you asking me about, Siri? Go away. Jesus fuck. I'm trying to complain about cars.
Mine was a Chevy Cavalier. It was the first car I owned, and that piece of shit. God, I could barely keep that thing together. I remember I took it into the shop one day because I needed brakes. The mechanic walks out after 10 minutes, and he's just looking at me like this. And he goes, how the fuck did you stop this car? And I was like, what? He goes, your entire brake system is shot. You have almost no brakes. It's a miracle you can stop the car at all. I said, well, dude, I'm a college student. That's what I got.
We don't use brakes in college.
Ugh.
I just got a Fred Flintstone in it every time.
Oh,
I
man,
also
it was-
have other opinions on cars because of working for Enterprise for so long. Like, and I drove so many different cars. Fiat 500s, ass. The worst, one of the worst for me, Hyundai Accents. Not because so much that they like, it's a shitty compact car, but
Yeah.
it's fine. But the problem with Hyundai Accents is something with the plastics that they use smells like patchouli or something. And every time I got in those cars, I would get a headache. And I remember one time I was trying to drive from like dropping a customer off at their house back to the branch I was working at the time, which was in downtown Austin. And I'm like stuck in traffic, and this patchouli ass motherfucking car was giving me the worst headache of my life. And I was like, I could look at myself in the rearview mirror. I was pale, sweating. I had to pull over. I had to pull over and like get out of the car and be like,
were you slowly being poisoned? Was there
I
arsenic?
think I
in the car?
remember you're telling that story back when you worked at Enterprise, like 2019 or something.
I probably did, but I had to just talk about it a couple days ago, and it reminded me of how much I hated those cars. There's other cars that I hated, but a lot of them it was for reasons of like they were shitty to clean and stuff, or like they were really annoying for maintenance reasons. But like the freaking accent, man, like
here at the Accent Factory, we use the finest lead-based paint for your interior of your car.
the smell. I got one back. A customer brought me one back, and she didn't say anything about it. And I got in the car, and I was like, "It's like, what is it?" It smelled like she just like sprayed her armpits all over the place or something. I was like, "Why does it smell so bad?" And I spent hours like deodorizing, wiping it down, deodorizing it, wiping it down, countless times. And then someone came in and they were like, "No, dude, that's just what it smells like."
So I'm going to ask this question because I know you worked at Enterprise and I know you've done this before because you've stated it. What is the best car to take a nap in?
Minivans that have the fold down seats that go completely flat.
Oh, okay.
And then you, dude, crank the AC.
Uh-huh.
I got yoga mats that I put down because when you the minivan seats down, there's usually little like metal things that stick out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You get yoga mats, put that down on top of that so you don't feel it. And then get have a pillow, have a little blankie.
Okay, all right. Sounds like you had a system.
The whole experience.
Towards the end,
for 30 minutes, wake up 30 minutes later, come back into the branch like, hey everybody.
Towards the end of me having that Chevy Cavalier, everything was breaking down on it. I mean, it was at the point where the window would not roll down, both of them, and the AC unit was not working. Do you know what that is like in the state of Florida in the middle of the summer?
Yeah, it's all just ball sweat.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. I had to go to college, and I would just show up to campus dripping in sweat. It was terrible. I got rid of that car. Gabe, Jess, worst car you've ever had?
I inherited and drove my mom's 1975 Cadillac Seville.
Ooh.
Which was 1975 was probably the worst year in Detroit's history as far as quality control goes and engineering design. This is when Honda and Toyota came in and stole Detroit's lunch money. Because quality control, it was such a bad car. It was so poorly designed, but it was free. So I had it from 1984 to, I don't know, when did I buy that other car? I had it for about 10 years.
There it is.
It wasn't nearly as cool as that. It was the
These are all like the lowrider ones.
My car was not nearly that cool. It was a 75.
75?
Yeah, try 75. Yes.
Oh, this looks like ass.
It was so awful. It had, that is, oh my gosh. It was that one, the silver with a black top right there. Up in the, that one. Oh, my nightmares now. Ugh. It was, it was designed poorly. The exhaust pipe, was too close to, I can't remember if it was the left back or right wheel. So I was constantly getting blowouts with the tire because it would.
I can see it on this picture. It's right there on the passenger side wheel.
Okay.
You can see it.
It was the right one then. Yeah. It would keep getting a bulge on the tire and then eventually it would go flat. 6 or 7 times I had to replace the tires, and eventually I think upper management finally just said, I think it's time that we spend money on a car and not. I understand that this was free, but free is not free anymore. It's now costing
Yeah.
us money to have this
Yeah.
car. And
You
the
can
heat,
see how it's rubbing up against it already.
yeah, the heat broke and never worked. So we had to drive with blankets in the winter.
Oh no.
I was determined to squeeze the last juice out of this thing I could.
You're riding that thing till the wheels fell off.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
'Cause I'm starting to get car problems because I've had this car for close to 10 years now. I'm starting to get car problems with it. And my wife was like, why don't we just try and get a new car? I'm like, no, because this car is paid off. It's paid off. I don't want another car payment. We're done.
That's the sort of sunk cost.
I will drive this thing into the ground if I have to.
What do you have now?
I have a 2010 Mazda 6. It's not a bad car. It's lasted me my whole career. So I'm hesitant to give it up. Plus, I just paid it off 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. I don't want to get rid of it. But it is starting to get to the point where it's like, maintenance is happening. We had to sink in, I think it was close to $1,200 a few months ago, and then another problem happened, and it's like, oh well, you could drive it, but it'll just keep giving you problems. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep driving it. Thanks.
And it'll keep giving me problems.
So that's where I'm kind of at. But my wife is really like, let's just get you a new car. I'm like, no.
I hate car payments, dude. I hate it so much.
No, yeah. If we get another car, I'm adamant that we're buying it cash. We are not doing another car payment.
I've had a car payment in probably like 8 years. The car I had now, we paid it off real quick because we sold my house, and then we just kind of took the money from there and paid off the car. I haven't had that many cars. I've always had really good cars recently. My first car was a 1984 Regal, and that thing was trouble for me just because if you know what a 1984 Regal looks like, being a teenage Hispanic kid driving around in that was bad news. Like, I looked like a drug dealer in that car.
Oh shit!
It was similar to Jess, where I inherited it from my aunt. And those cars, man, they literally rode on airbags. Like, they had airbags. You turn the car on, the car would raise up on airbags. Those things were shot, so they were like, it was impossible to drive it. That was the car where I learned. No, my next car after that was a 1992 Ford Escort. And that's the one where it gave me some problems, but it helped me. I learned how to replace like a starter. I learned how to change oil in my car, like all of that stuff, because I didn't want to pay like the maintenance shop to do it. So that one kind of gave me some experience. But that, similar to you, Lou, the AC went out, and I lived in the deserts of California, not Florida, but it was still like, and I would drive 45 minutes on the freeway to work. Like I drove like really far to get to work, and I was just sweating balls. I was just drinking water and stuff like that. That's when I got my car accident with. That's why I didn't have that after a while. But other than that, man, I've always had really good cars. I've had Toyotas since then, and they've always lasted me like 10 plus years.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the ones to get.
Yeah, I had a Toyota Tacoma truck that lasted me like 8 years. I'd probably still be driving it if I didn't get rear-ended at a red light and totaled. I drive a Scion now that I just crossed a 10-year period on it, and knock on wood, I've had no problems with that car.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All I ever had to do was replace tires, brakes, and oil on it.
That's the same thing with me with my Mazda. Up until the last year, it's been giving me issues now, and I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. So
I need to
I'll be right
Escort
back.
though. The transmission went out. Not the transmission. The ignition went out. So I had to jam a screwdriver in there and turn it. Again, being a Hispanic kid with the screwdriver sticking out of your console was never a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm very adamant on the no car payment thing. So my wife and I, we sat down last year because we were trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to handle our tax return money? How do we budget this out? And the biggest thing was, well, you've got X amount left on your car payment. Let's just pay it off and get rid of it and be done with this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We took a huge chunk of our tax return and we paid off that car, her car, and it's one of the best things we could have done. God, I hate car payments.
Yeah. No, we got a car payment now for my wife's car, but she needed a car for work. She drives a little bit for work, so she needed a new car for work.
Let's see what the chat is saying. And the chat is very adamant on this car topic.
Payments or what kind of car?
Both. My first car had no AC. It was horrible in the summer.
No, my first car was a 1984 Lincoln Continental.
Woo!
That's what I had. Yeah. Talk about looking like a drug dealer, dude.
Did you just get random people kind of coming up and tapping on your glass? Hey, man, you hold it?
The cops would look at me sideways all the time. I was 18 when I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Well, that Chevy Cavalier. It was a 96 Chevy Cavalier. It got me all the way through my senior year of high school and college. But it was time to let it go. So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, but from now on, for me, man, I'm always getting Toyotas.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
That might be where we go next. Damn.
Here's an 84 Lincoln Continentals.
Whoa.
That is a drug dealer car if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Like this is because it's like the most familiar feature. It's just like that kind of like sloped trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these things rode on airbags. Like these were like
What do you
high
mean
end luxury cars when they
on
first came out.
airbags?
Yeah.
You mean the shocks were special?
Yeah.
Hmm. Whoa.
This brings back nightmares.
Air shocks. Okay. I can't live because I lived in London and had hippie parents.
All right.
I know people from New York who've never driven before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
236,000 miles. Nice. My
Yeah.
wife's car has over 200,000 now on it.
One of my best friends, his mom grew up in New York. She didn't have to get a license until they moved down here. And she was...
Did she know how to drive? She didn't know how to drive?
I don't even know. She was in her 20s when she first, like late 20s when they came down here. And that's when she got her license. But I don't know if she knew how to drive because she lived in New York. There was no need for it.
Yeah.
When I was doing auto insurance, a lot of people would tell me their kids don't even care about getting licenses anymore. Like it's not like for me, and I don't know about Jess or Lou, but probably for Jess, but it was like a major thing to get your driver's license at 16.
Oh, for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then when I was doing auto insurance, these parents were telling me like, no, they don't even care. Like it's not even a thing. Like,
No.
you know, they wait around through like 20, 21, like because you know there's Uber and stuff like that, right? So
my 12-year-old has no interest in it. I've asked her, so are you excited? You know, in a few years you're going to be getting your driver's license. She's going to be 13 this year. She's like, no, I don't want to get my driver's license. I was like, what? Because I can just Uber everywhere. Exactly what you said. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
There was nothing cooler than when you were a kid and you got a bike and you got that first taste of freedom and then you got your driver's license.
Yeah. Just even getting my learner's permit was cool.
So true.
Yeah.
And if you were lucky and you had upperclassmen friends in high school, you would ride around with them most of the. That was me. I would ride around with some of my friends that were upperclassmen in high school because they had their licenses already. Oh, good times. Last one I've got for tonight. The best flavor for a chip. Let's go best. What is the best chip? Cheetos does best chip. Cheetos does not count as a chip.
What is a Cheeto then?
It's a puff.
It's a what? A puff?
Cheese puff.
It's a cheese puff.
What about the non-Cheetos puffs?
Those count.
The Cheeto, the doodle.
The doodle will count,
Cheese doodle.
but the puffs do not count.
Fritos count.
Fritos do. Who likes Fritos?
Oh, you never had Frito pie? You never had chili cheese Fritos?
Oh,
Frito pie's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, Fritos are disgusting.
What?
Are you talking about regular Fritos or chili cheese Fritos?
the fucking Fritos in the red and orange bag or whatever.
Yeah, those are whatever. But the chili cheese Fritos, and then you make Frito pie with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, you're
missing
You're
out.
missing out.
Fritos are
Really?
great. I
Mi
want
amor.
Fritos right now.
Fritos, yay or nay? My wife loves Fritos. I just found that out. We're getting a divorce next week.
You don't know your wife at all.
No, I'm kidding. Really, Fritos? Fritos are
Yeah.
horrible.
Fritos
I
are good.
love Fritos. I just love regular Fritos too, and put it on top of chili.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would do cream cheese.
Cream cheese or sour cream?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese in your chili?
I'd get a brick of cream cheese, put some chili on it, put it in the microwave, and that'd be like a dip.
Cream cheese and chili.
That
Yeah.
sounds pretty
Riley,
good.
is this
I hate it.
disgusting or not? You come from Texas. You know chili.
I will eat everything and anything.
Get a brick of cream cheese, put it on the plate, pour some chili over it, and some shredded cheese or whatever.
Cheese.
Throw it in the microwave
I don't think I've ever
and
had
eat it with
that.
chips.
I'm just gonna don't ask my opinion on if food is disgusting because I would be the middle or the back end of the human centipede, and I'd be like, it is what it is.
A gross
That's so
analogy.
horrible. That's terrible.
That is this has taken a very dark turn.
It's Doritos for me. The Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch.
I like salt and vinegar,
Yeah.
crunchy
Ooh.
potato chips.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I like salt and vinegar too, or
Pickle chips. I like the dill pickle flavored chips. But
what was it? Cheese and sour cream? Was it? No,
yeah, I think there
like
was.
cheese Frito, like the cheese Lays.
What I love about Doritos is that every once in a blue moon, you get a Dorito with extra seasoning on it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
and it's like completely coated in the
oh,
seasoning.
yeah.
I like spicy everything. So like if I'm
Takis?
getting Doritos, it's gonna be nacho spicy or spicy nacho.
Takis.
I love
Takis,
Takis too.
Oh yeah, Takis are good.
the Cheetos flaming hot with lime. Jalapeno.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Those
Amazing.
flaming hot Cheetos are the shit. I love flaming hot Cheetos.
But I have to. It has to be flaming hot with lime.
Mm.
Isn't there a documentary on the janitor who invented flaming hot Cheetos or something?
Yeah, but that's kind of skewed as to the real story. And
Yeah, it's a dramatized biopic.
yeah.
Oh, these are good. I love Ruffles.
Yeah, the cheddar and sour cream.
Favorite potato chip, sweetie?
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos. Okay.
Is that
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that counts.
That's a generic Hispanic answer.
Yeah. Hot
Hell
Cheetos. Hot Cheetos. Munchos.
Okay, wait. I love chips, so I can keep going on this. I like any flavor of Dorito.
There's some weird Doritos out there, Jess. Be careful.
Now, do you do a dip with the chip, or do you not dip?
I'm happy either way, depending on the dip.
I prefer some guacamole or
Yeah.
some salsa.
Wait, like what kind of flavors? Like for real, flavored Doritos?
Yeah, they
what
got some
kind?
weird like salsa like Doritos and stuff.
If I'm getting dip, it's gonna be a plain flavored chip.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
like Doritos scoops or Tostitos scoops
Yeah,
or whatever those are.
I'm gonna get tortilla chips, just salted tortilla chips, and then dip that into some salsa or guacamole.
Or guac, yeah. I like the.
Yeah, I don't know about these like the chili limon stuff or like the sweet chili.
I like this. I've had the sweet chili before. It's good. Barbecue. You know what I don't like? I used to like them as a kid in my lunchbox. I'm not a fan of barbecue flavored potato chips anymore.
Oh yeah,
Wow, really?
Tapatio Doritos. Yeah, I forgot about those.
I feel like barbecue chips taste so fake to me now. I can't eat them. I used to love them in kindergarten and stuff, but not now.
Food isn't what it used to be.
No, McDonald's doesn't taste nearly as good when I was 6.
Yeah, neither does Taco Bell.
Did you
Kinda-
have? Go ahead.
Kind of veering away from the chip stuff.
Oh, well.
If you get a chance, I bought this the other day because I was in the Homestead area, which is where a lot of the migrant camps are and stuff like that, and they have a lot of Mexican food places to eat. I brought mango with tahini inside of it.
Mm.
Fucking delicious. Oh my
Mm.
god. Dude, they
Riley's dying. Wait, what is this now?
it's mango, but they do a little bit of vinegar, lemon, and a tahini mixture inside of it that is incredible, Jess.
It's flavored pieces of mango.
Yes, but with basically Mexican spices, tahini.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's spicy flavored mango.
Yes, it's delicious.
Huh. I don't think I've ever had that before. Oh, yeah.
So this is the salt, basically. It's
Wait, I still have it. Hold on. I can get
chili lime seasoning.
Okay.
But there's also chamoy.
Yep, there's chamoy in this.
And the
What's
chamoy is like it's a syrup, more or less. It's made with apricot and I think maybe tamarind, and then has like some of the chili in there to make it spicy.
And what do you put that on?
Everything.
Everything.
You could treat it like it's a hot sauce, dude. Like,
Okay.
throw this shit on anything. Recently, what I've been doing is, and Lou, you might want to try this. The chamoy.
Mm-hmm.
Squirt some chamoy into like a Gatorade.
Oh.
Shake that bitch up.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like doo-doo water, but it is so good.
So this is what it is, Jess.
Oh, okay. So those are pieces of mango that are spiced up.
Yeah, it is delicious. There's still plenty left if you want to put some pineapple in here. You've had this before, right, Gabe?
I don't like any of that crap.
Really?
I don't like tahini. I don't like any of that Mexican candy stuff. No.
Oh, wow.
Did you see this? Rather, you might not have, because it's only relevant to like one city in California. But there's a Taco Bell special menu they got, limited menu, where it's tahini on everything.
Shit, I could just make that. I could have.
I mean, you can just get your own like Taco Bell and put tahini on it, right? But they got it on the twist, strawberry freeze, crunchy tacos.
I got Taco Bell 2 hours ago. I could have put tahini on all of that.
Well, just put some tahini. Just swallow some tahini now. Let it all mix together.
I literally just did.
This was $8, Jess, and it was even there was mango bursting out of the top of it.
So that's just like a roadside stand where they specialize in
bro.
And mango's one of the things. What's it
They got a
called?
bunch of places like that here by my house. Just a bunch of guys on the street corner selling just fruit with mango and like chili sauce and stuff.
You just throw this shit like pretty much any type of fruit. Mango, pineapple.
That's the
strawberry.
chamoy.
Yeah, both of these, the chamoy and the tahini. Cucumber is really, it's good on cucumber.
Amazing. Oh god.
Jicama.
Is that good for your diet right now, Lou? I don't know.
It is.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
I can only imagine what the sodium is on the tahini stuff.
That's the only thing is the sodium.
It should help keep you regular, man. This like push that shit out of you.
Oh, your body's just rejecting it. I can do the same thing, just like eating raw chicken.
And this lubricates you.
You guys are dangerous. I could go to a restaurant and eat for hours, and your stream would still make me hungry. We do manage to bring it back to food somehow.
We love food.
I'm
actually gonna get some Indian food for dinner tonight.
Nice, dude. Butter chicken?
No, I usually get the tiki masala chicken.
Oh, cool.
Chicky ticky.
Who knows how to drive a stick shift?
Not me.
Okay, so
yeah.
me and Jess.
Yeah, I don't know how to drive a stick.
I took my driver's test driving a stick.
Ooh, ballsy.
I hit the curb pulling out of the DMV to get my license.
The first
I
car I ever
misjudged
bought.
it and boom, went right over. And I looked over at the guy and I thought that probably wasn't a good sign. So I think I got 88 out of 100 because of that curb. But yeah, I had to teach myself how to drive a stick shift, and then driving in San Francisco with a stick shift.
Oh, the hills, forget about it, dude.
Whoa, a stop sign at the top of a hill like this. There was extra technique you had to do with that.
Yeah.
Engage the handbrake, and there was a car behind you and a car in front of you. Yeah. I don't miss my stick shift at all. That was a good car.
Yeah,
but I
you
don't
couldn't
miss
even
that.
stop. You have to like roll it back and bump it forward, roll it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
I don't miss that.
I'm kind of ready to call this. I'm
good.
running out of topics for tonight, and we've gone an hour and a half. So,
Is this a recommendation, Riley?
Fuck yeah, it is.
I think that's an Omnibros recommendation because I recommend it too, dude.
Okay. I feel like this might have been one of the first recommendations that Riley suggested, but these books were always out of weren't these hard to find, the trades for this?
that's a great book.
The Parker Thunderbolts?
Maybe at some point. But the definite like thing I know that I recommended was Parker's Red Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, I still got those. I've still got that whole run.
Yeah, I love that Thunderbolts run. That's like my favorite run besides like some of the original stuff. Just you got Crossbones on there. You got Swamp Thing as like their teleporter. Ghost is cool in it.
Oh yeah.
Luke Cage is
Songbird,
in charge. Yeah.
Ghost, Mach 5, Moonstone, Fixer, Crossbones, Man Thing, Juggernaut, and then a big question mark.
Also got this one, which I feel like I'm the only person that really truly enjoyed this run.
I have that in trade paperback.
I was so excited when they announced the Omnibus. I was like, I never thought that would happen, but thank you. It's not perfect. But I had so much fun with this run, especially when Charles Soule took over.
Right. That's when I heard it got really good.
Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Thunderbolts Red.
Yeah, Charles Soule kind of has a knack for taking over runs that are and really kind of bumping them up a little bit. He did the same thing with Swamp Thing. When Scott Snyder was writing Swamp Thing, it was okay. But the Charles Soule stuff from Swamp Thing was really good.
He did the same with Red Lanterns.
Oh,
Peter
yeah.
Milligan's was okay, but then he took it next level. I love Red Lanterns.
I love his She-Hulk run. I thought his She-Hulk run was really fun.
Yeah. You can get some of these books like Thunderbolts Red, Thunderbolts Uncaged at InStockTrades.com, where you can find these books from 30% up to sometimes 80% off, depending on the red tag sale, which is crazy amazing. Don't forget your 2% loyalty discount. Last Monday of every month, we give away a free $50 gift card, courtesy of In Stock Trades. There is free shipping, if you can believe it. $50 or more in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Wait, I know what I want to play. Where is that? Here it is. There we go.
Omar.
So, yeah. Darkhawk? What made you say that? Oh. I had the Darkhawk. Don't you dare, Josh.
There's this collector. There was like some articles written about it. I was looking for it where he has like thousands of copies of Darkhawk #1.
Oh, I think you've sent that to us before where the guy talks about him and he's got like all these copies of Darkhawk #1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
All right.
Are we all done then?
I'm good.
Peace and love.
Bye.
Peace and love. Thank you, In Stock Trades, for supporting us. Thank you to Riley, Gabe, Blue, everybody for being here. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Oh, Skyward Deluxe and Monsters Volume 2 are 65% off right now. Jump on those deals. Yeah, man. Kane agrees. Right on. Jeff Parker's Red Hulk and Red She-Hulk collected in omnibuses coming soon, I hope. Yeah.
Hope as well.
Yeah. Riley, where can they find you on the internet?
The Omnibus Collector on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and Omni Collector on Twitter.
Right on. And you can find me on my Discord. Thank you, James. And OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. And peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you all for joining tonight. We had a great stream. A lot of fun. Thank you all so much, everybody. We'll see you. I'll be on Very Fine Condition tomorrow at 1 p.m. with Riley jumping Peter M's shit about Darkhawk.
Yeah, I might have to join in just to jump on him for that.
That will be great. That will be. I'll keep my powder dry until that time. Right on. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Peace and love.